see the news, COVID-19 case is about 3,600 plus cases today. So everybody, please take good care of yourself and your family and stay safe, yeah? So before we start, okay, in order for the seminar to go on smoothly, please remember to make sure that your screen is displaying properly, your audio is working well, and remember to mute your mic, yeah? So our speaker for tonight is Mr. Vincent Fong. He will share with us about how to play around in financially in the property investment for current market. No matter you have cash on hand or whether you have, let's say you say you have no fund on hand, or even maybe you need some fund for your investment. So everybody can play around. So let's welcome our speaker tonight, Mr. Vincent Fong. We give him an applause by typing 8 in the chat box.
Okay, thank you so much. Isn't Iris very lovely? Okay, it's our first time working together. I'm feeling very cheerful having her around. Thanks for a great introduction. And thank you so much. Okay, there's a total of 91 of you. My name is Vincent. It's a pleasure having you today, especially on a Friday evening. Because it's MCO, right? So there's nowhere else to go but to stick to Zoom. Okay. Okay. Let me share my screen for a while. Okay, like what Iris said, okay, today the topics were 2 leading trends in property. But before we start, can I have your permissions to have some interaction with you? Okay. I just want to, is it all right? Okay, may I ask, okay, I cannot see you, so maybe we can interact through chat box. Okay, how many of you here today, if you have not purchased a single property, but you plan and you want to buy a property this year, if that is you, in the chat box, you type 1. If you have one or more than one property under your name, already an investor, in the chat box, you type 2. Okay, would it be all right? Okay, 1, 2, 1, 2. Okay, from what I see, it's actually quite balanced. Actually, more people have property. Thank you so much for response. Okay, and doesn't matter what I say today. Okay, you will not type a single things on the chat box. If that is you, type a 3 in the chat box. Let me see. All right, no paper, yeah? Okay, joke aside. Okay, come back to the main topic. Like Iris mentioned, today's main topic is the 2 leading trends in the property investment in 2021. And why is this trend, why is this topic important? Because trend make you money, simple as that. Let me give you an idea. When the pandemic strikes, okay, medical instrument, healthcare product like mask, glove, tester, hospital usage material, it becomes essential. If you were in the industry, if you were to jump into the industry and you do merchandising, you do trading, like one of my friends, they do export and import of masks, make tons of money. Okay, why? Because of the trend. And let me give you another example. If you were to look in the market, when government implement the MCO in month of March in 2020, you would know that it will greatly affected the business sector. And bam, if you have saw that, you would have went into the property that are heavily tied up to travel industry and also to tourism, because then only you will get the property at below market value price. That what some of us do. We went into the industry who are tourism spot, we buy into their properties, and at the basement price is a great negotiation. And this pandemic is gonna be over. When all that is over, it will bounce back and it will make the money, correct? And let me give you, I'm sure most of you have heard before. If before that you have never heard before, but I guess recently, because so many people around you talking, it's a very hot topic in the market, is cryptocurrency, like Bitcoin. Bitcoin shoot up a lot, right? Like up to last I checked, this month, it goes up to 41,000 US dollar per Bitcoin. Okay, and what is the trend behind it? And it doesn't just happen like that. It doesn't just bloom. It doesn't just appreciate. If you look into the market and you study behind it, there's a trend for it. The reason of Bitcoin appreciation is because US government decided to print the existing 4 trillion, okay, US dollar banknotes to 6.5 trillions, which is more than 50% increment. It's just 5 months. And that is a very threatening figure. So imagine if today you hold a lot of US dollar and you hold a lot of asset on your hand that's tied up to America related to US dollar, what you will do? You will fear, because every change of little percentage would change in your asset, would change in your wealth. So what happened? No brainer, it's not a rocket science. Those ultra rich will now search for alternative investment vehicles, and Bitcoin become, okay, the most major alternative vehicles. The reason is because Bitcoin is limited, whereas the currency, the government can print as they like, okay? Because if you see in the white paper of Bitcoin, it says only 21 million Bitcoin in the whole world. Okay, once it's done, it's done. Unlike paper notes, it keep printing, and it's get depreciated. So if you catch on the trend, in just merely 3 months in cryptocurrency, you will make 400%. So that is not my point to ask you to advise you to invest Bitcoin or whatever. That is not my point. My point here is, whatever industry that you're in, whatever market you're in, as long as you catch the trend, you catch the goal. As long as you catch the trend, you catch the market, as that's where you will make the money. So in the property investment, let's zoom in back into the property context that we're talking about. So what are the uprising trend in the property market? This is the billion-dollar question, the million-dollar question that we're going to discuss tonight, right? What is the uprising trend that will make us money? Okay, so let me proceed. I think there's somebody who draw on the slide. If that is you, could you have to erase it from the slide? Thank you so much. Yeah. Okay, my slide. Okay, so disclaimer. Okay, we are not selling any courses because we are not a property. We are not a property agency. No, I'm a property guru, so I'm not going to sell you any course in this whole talk. Most of our peoples, or most of our consultants in our company are actually investors themselves who switch to become a consultant because they want to learn from our boss how to play a bigger games in life. So we're going to provide you practical strategies that you can straight away apply that investor would like to hear. Okay, so now each of us are in the same roof. We are in the same MCO 2.0, right? Same roof. So in this pandemic, we are locked down in our house within our 10 km radius. So when you look into all these things, our Malaysia has risen to more than 3,000, sometimes touching 4,000 cases, new cases per day. Let me ask you, what do you see all this? Do you see fear? Do you see danger? Or do you see a hopeless 2021? But let me share with you this. I see this time is the greatest opportunity, greatest best time that you can ever. The reason is because, like Albert Einstein mentioned, okay, in the midst of every crisis, okay, lies great opportunities. Okay, before I proceed further, who of you who have drawn on the slide, could you like just erase it, okay, so that it doesn't disrupt those who are looking at the slide? Okay, thank you so much for that. Yeah. Okay, and so this thing I want to clarify before we begin. Okay, one of the biggest mistake that most property investor or people do is that, okay, they buy when the market is good, and when they sell when the market is bad. This is the biggest pitfall that anyone could fall under. Because just imagine if you're the owner, during market good, would you sell your property below market value? No, definitely not. Only the other way around. When market is bad, when the market is desperate, you get to find desperate owner who desperate want to sell their property to desperately need the money, right? So only in bad time you get to have good deals. So investors like us get to benefit and find the rare deal in the market. Okay, let's not believe what I say. Okay, let's not. Today we're gonna discuss on the million-dollar question, which is what are the uprising trend? Okay, and Vincent, you might ask Vincent, how do we know that this trend we're heading towards is actually the right trend and you're not bringing me to Holland, right? Okay, don't trust me. Let's trust the historical statistic data that recorded, because data doesn't lie, and times always leaves a hint to those of you who pay attention to it. Okay, let's look at it now. This graph you're looking at in front of your screen right now is the property trend in the whole Malaysia from 2010 all the way to 2020. Okay, if you sum it up, okay, you see from 2021 all the way to 2013, then it comes under. I sum it up for you. There's 3 different time zones in the whole timeline. The first will be 2008 to 2012. Let me ask you, 2008, what does it happen in the whole, in the global scale? What does it happen? So some of you who remember, yeah, true. It is the Great Recessions affected by the US market, and then affected the Asian economy as well. Then what happened the year after that, which is 2009? For those of you, some might take quite a years back, but if you can refresh a little bit, 2019 is where happened H1N1. Did you see the linkage? Just look at today, 2020. Does it have a similarity to 2008 to 2009, where the economy is bad, where we are struck by a pandemic that we cannot control? But the difference is now we are 10 times, 20 times, 30 times worse than that. Okay, and that's where the opportunity lies on. And surprisingly, as desperating as saddening the timeline is, the funny thing is, okay, my slide is not moving yet. Okay, the funny thing is this: those people who dare to go in during 2008 to 2012, they make money. So simply buy, they simply earn, but the market is bad. Whereas I'm sure, like when you make money, I'm sure that some of you have people around you, or friends or relative around you, okay, that say that, yeah, property where can invest one? I buy 2 months, I buy property, yeah, every month I pay 2,000, only can rent 1,200. I have to top up 800, rent to that person, spoil my furniture. I want to sell out, cannot sell out, correct? Okay, correct, ma? So where can you invest? So you might hurt those people. I chop guarantee you, I chop guarantee that those people who you saw or you heard just now, they bought during the second timeline, which is 2013 to 2019. Because at that time, if you buy into it, it's a wrong timing. Hence, you simply buy, simply cry. That's why at 2019, it simply fall down, as you can see from the graph. And the reason, and these people consist of people who are newer into the market, because they knew some of the knowledge in the property, but they do not know most of it. Hence, they entered at the wrong timing. And the reason, one of the reasons they entered at this timing is because they saw the baby boomers in 2008 to 2012. They enter into it and make money, and they want a piece of it. They want to eat a piece of the cake, so they enter into it, right? But saddening to see they entered the wrong time. So timing is very essential. You caught the timing, you caught everything. Okay, so now this is the go back to the gist of our topic today, which is 2020 to 2022. What are the uprising trends that we can catch on, okay, before it passes over? The 2 leading trends is, the first one is auction property trends. Why is it auction? For some of you, auction is actually property that the owner are unable to pay the bank, is default loan, such that the bank foreclose and sell it at very cheaply. Usually it's 30% to 60% below market value, because the bank doesn't keep property. The bank doesn't care that your property worth how much, as long as they want to sell them as soon as possible to get back the money. So as an investor, as individual investor like us, we can get to capture on the trend and buy when the market is low and buy when the margin is great, right? The second trend would be bulk deal. This is not a new thing in the market. It has been there, bulk deal. But I'm telling you, what I'm telling you is that the timing here is right for bulk deal. The reason is because the market is hard, okay? Even not only for single individual like us, but the market is also hard, that such that the big time MNC company, big time multi-billion company could not withstand the hardship of this pandemic. And there's a group of people in Malaysia are heavily affected by this. And guess who are they? They are the developers, okay? And now if we go in as an entity, we go in as a group to bulk buy because they want sales. Guess what? You get to you, how much of negotiation room can we go with the developer? Okay, I'm sure you have an idea right now. So that is the 2 trends that you should really pay attention on, right? And let's continue. For the second thing, in every crisis that you look at the history, I like to look back at the history. I like to look back at the timeline, because we always learn from it. Things never change, okay? So doesn't matter the crisis was on 1997, Doesn't matter the crisis is on 2007, the Great Recession, even 2020, it all's the same. It gives every single individual of us 3 opportunities. One crisis will always give us 3 opportunities to every single one. Is fair and square. And by God's grace, actually 2007 to 2020, we have given 3 more years. By right, it should be 10 years, 10 years. We have given 3 more years to prepare ourselves. So what are the 3 opportunities that's given to us in crisis? Okay, don't laugh at me. This is a self-drawn economic curve, okay, that I draw with my PowerPoint and my mouse. Okay, to show you a better idea. The first trend is actually business. Okay, this is a very great opportunity when the MCO applied, business are affected, and then when it goes down in the market, if you have cash on hand, you get to buy property, you get to buy business at below market value. Real case scenario from our UPG, where we beside property is one of our investment product. So we have another branch which is called the UPG management. Okay, and then we bought into one of the furniture franchise that have the furniture stock of 1.2 millions, but we only use 400,000 to deal with the boss. Okay, to buy over all the stocks. It's not that the furniture is not good, it's not that the business is not good, because he has cash flow problem. Hence, we get to have a good deal, kang tao on ourselves. Okay, this is the first one. And what follows after business is actually share. I'm sure you have know people, or you personally yourself have made some money from the share market. Okay, and Top Glove, Supermax, because this pandemic makes some business fall, but some business strive. And share follow after people rush into it to get money. And that's where the second trend is. And then it picks all the way until August and September. So what is the third trend? The third trend is actually properties. Properties always lag behind few months time. Okay, and starting from December 2020 is we have seen sign and we have seen signal that is such a good time to enter, especially on 2021. Okay, so let me ask you this question. Okay, since you know these trends, for the first trend of business, did you able to enter? How about the second one? Did you able to enter? So based on a very famous economic clock, okay, by one of the economists, so it was stated that any pandemics is actually falling of the stock market first. You see, number 2, falling of stock market, then the commodity price will fall, and then started to have our bank reserve for overseas reserve will deplete, and then bank will tighten their belt, will tighten the policy. That's why our banker friends share to us every 2 weeks we are changing some policy, because banks are more cautious of lending money to people now because the economy is not doing well. So what will follow after that? The follow will be the downfall of property. Okay, we will not know what is the bottom line, nor nobody will know, nor you would like to time the market because nobody knows. So as long as it goes down, you capture it before it goes on to recovery. And when it goes back to the good economy, that's where you make money. It's not a rocket science that you need to study 12 years in a property investment to make money. Okay, you just have to know the trend, the time, enter the right trend. All right. So if you miss the first 2, for the third one, do not miss it, nor you want to miss it. All right. Okay. So another $1 million answer here is that how many of you here want to be rich? Okay, I myself want to be rich. I guess you want to be rich, right? Okay, come on. If you want to be rich, okay, in the chat box, you give me 888, okay? In Chinese means ong ong ong. Okay. See, says from the chat box, I only feel less than 10% of you are typing 888, meaning to say 90% of you are actually hidden tycoon. Okay, consultant, here's the message for you. If you didn't see your consultant, if you didn't see your investor typing 888, they are the rich hidden tycoon. Okay, make sure you date him out, date her out, get a good cafe, talk over them. If you're kang tao, please tell us, okay? Okay, joke aside, yeah. So if you want to be rich, one of the very simple way is actually to follow after the rich, okay? And what does the majority of the rich will invest in? So the majority of the rich will invest in this first gold, precious metals, right? Second thing's forex, third thing share, crypto, fixed deposit, and also property. Okay, let's just say tonight our Zoom ended, okay, and you went back home, you close your laptop and you go to the bed and sleep. And somehow God gave you a revelations that, oh, this stock market or this cryptocurrency by 1 month time is going to increase 200%. Then suddenly when you wake up the next morning, also you forget to brush, and then you rush to the bank and meet the manager, and you tell the manager, hey, you know what? I got this message from God that this share, this crypto is going to make money. Okay, now borrow me 200,000. Okay, and then you look at the manager look to you. You look to the manager look to you, and he touch your forehead and say, Mister, your fever is it? Continue, go home back and sleep. And then but then, okay, so the bank does not loan for all this thing, okay? And then at the other instance, you have a property deal that you are not sure whether you will make money or not. And then you go back to the same manager and tell the same thing. I don't know whether this deal will make me money or not. But then the bank will loan you money or not? Not only loan you money, it loan you 90%. So do you think the bank believes in you? Do you think the bank trusts in you? No. The bank doesn't. The bank believes in property because property is a secure loan that based on an asset that will appreciate, that based on an asset that will able to rent out. Even the biggest financial institution in the world, the bank, trusted the property. What does it speak about properties? Okay, and let me introduce you one of the long lost brother. Okay, that a bank can actually closer to you, right, than your family. Okay. Bank can really be closer to you, to your family. Okay, let me give you an idea. Okay, because bank let you leverage, like I mentioned, not only borrow you money, but lend you 90%. You buy a 600K property, bank loan you 540K. Okay, and at the interest of only 3% housing loan per year. Oh my gosh, this financing so low that if you don't leverage on this finance, where else you want to leverage on, right? And let me prove to you. Okay, let's say today got a deal market value 600,000. Okay, now the owner don't know for what reason they're selling at 300,000. If you want to, would you buy? You type in the chat box, would you buy or would you not? Okay, don't know. For me, I'll buy. And then let's say today you do not have. Let's say today you have only 150K, and then you cannot borrow loan. Where else will you get the loan? You borrow from father, mother, family, relative. You will get all the money you can get in order to get into that deal because, hey, it's 50% discount, right? Okay, so happen your brother don't know why suddenly have the money and then borrow you. So both of you combine the money and you bought into this property at 300,000. So at the same year itself, you flip it out at the price below market value, 500,000. Okay, so you're making profit of 200,000. Then you turn to your brother and you tap on his shoulder and you say, bro, because of my good eye, because of my taste, of my decision, you make the money. So now I take the big part. I take 180K. You take 20K. You think your brother okay or not? Definitely not, right? Maybe you even lose a brother, correct? So at the same instant, the same property that is 600K, the 700K, now you loan from the bank. Not only you loan 90%, but you loan only half, 150. And then the same thing, you sell it at 500K, gaining 200,000 profit share, profit margin. And then you take 180 to yourself, 20K you pay bank. You think bank okay? Bank will thank you, shake your hand, thank you so much, putting red carpet for you and ask you, do you still want to borrow more? So these banks can be closer to you than your family if you know how to leverage on. Another point is this, I would like to I wanted to talk a little mindset of most of the investor. Property is just a tool. Let me repeat this. Property is just a tool. The faster you detach your feeling, the fastest you will gain money from property. That is true. Very funny. I have met a lot of investors. Okay, let's look at the picture on the screen. This is actually a triple story shop lot in Malacca. Okay, I guess more of you are from either KL, right? Or maybe Selangor. Okay, let's talk about the perfect timing, okay, for me to ask this. This triple story shop lots, the market value is 1.2 million, okay? And then now it's selling at only 700,000, okay? 1.2 million, now 700,000. And as you can see, it's at the Heritage Street of Malacca. Nearby have fully occupied unit, very crowded and good area. Okay, would you buy? Would you invest? Okay, it's no right or no wrong. Okay, doesn't matter you buy or not. For me, I would. Okay, even though I don't know the place, I met some of the investors very funny. I tell them this deal, good deal, right? They will tell me, oh, I don't like Malacca lah. I don't like Malacca. Okay, and then few months later, a buyer brought from this property 1 million, offered to buy. Now he loves Malacca, even maybe move and bring their family to Malacca. So you do not love the property, you love what the property can bring you. So comes to my conclusion, never buy those you like. Buy only those that make you profit. All right. Okay. And then tonight we also discuss together, like what Iris mentioned just now. If you have cash, how to invest. If you know cash, how to invest. And if you need cash, what to do. Okay, each question worth $1 million. So stick with me, yeah. So this total of 3 millions I'm giving out. Okay, if today you have some cash, okay, how do you invest? Would recommend you go into auction and go into flipping properties. Okay, let me show you some of the real scenario, real case study of our investors. Okay, this properties is actually happens in 12th of March 2019, where we successfully helped the client investor to flip out within less than 4 months time. You know, actually it's just less than 1 month. If you can see, the date of the auction is the 12th of
Sorry, Vincent, no sound. Unmute already.
Oh, hello,
Vincent?
hello.
Yeah.
Which part you heard until? I mean, okay, let me repeat this. So this one we bought into the property at 481,000, and the 12th of March is a double-story extended, perfect. We went to view it. It's nice. Buyer doesn't consider much, straight away enter into bidding. And when we got into this, on the 31st of March, when we posted on our WhatsApp group, it was sold. Less than a month. How much profit we make for this investor? We helped this investor to sell at, in the end, 700,000. This is the SPA. Okay, and making 200,000 in 4 months time. Okay, and this is the trend for auction. And this is the point I'd like to point out also. A lot of those of you who are new to the auction market, you would think that, oh, auction property cannot very run down. Auction must be only auction, and then must be got goals, got dead babies, right? Correct? Okay, let me correct this here. As you can see, not all auction properties are like that. Instead, most of them are in perfect condition, because it's not because it's old, only it get auction. It's because the owner couldn't pay. So some of the examples, once we opened the door for the investor, when we went in, it was perfectly tiled. It was no damage. You just have to clear it up, install the furniture, you can start renting or start selling. And even more exciting, okay, last year and this year, why? Even property that just got the key, just VP, already in the auction market. Just look at this. This is an Exim project in Jalan Tun Razak. Perfect condo. I love this condo so much because I stay in Airbnb before. In the Flexity ground, they have this open concept buffet near to the swimming pool. It's very nice place to get away on weekend. Okay, but that's not my point. My point is the market, when the developer sell, is 980K, and then the bank value at 77. Okay, the auction price was 542K. Okay, so we bring bidders could go bid for it on September last year, and we successfully bid it at 570K. And if you just sell back at the bank value, okay, not even the market value, the bank value, easily 200K profit margin. Where else on earth in property investment you will have this gap? Only in auction, right? And when you open inside, surprisingly, all the furniture are inside because the developer have a GR package. So bonus for the client. And this is my own case. I have a lot of feelings to it, okay? Because I bring this group, this family who have 3 kids to bid for this. They told me they want a very sound environment. They want to stay on. So when I saw this Nadaya 63 in Jalan Melawati, I bring my bidder to bid. It's a dual key, 1,001 square feet, 620, and they successfully bought at 410. And it's perfect as new. As you can see, this is a picture I took. As you saw, the kids are still here. This is one of the kids when they went in, was so happy seeing. As you can see, all the electronics are still here. and even have, and some of the owner can do defect checks and whatnot. Oh, very nice. So if you want to invest in auction property, get the out from the best market, contact the consultant who brings you here, because in the auction market, I'm telling you beforehand, it's very troublesome. A lot of things you need to check onto it. You will need a professional, you need a consultant to guide you through to what all the people. So talk, bring them for a teh tarik, bring them for a makan, treat them a good one to ask any kang tao now. They have been checking auction deal every day, you know. So I'm sure inside their pocket, they got a lot of good things want to share with you. Depends on whether you want to dig it from them or not. So make sure you dig your consultant, call your consultant after this talk, all right? Okay, then there's another group of people that I want to address on. If you have no cash, if you're talking like Vincent, if the property is so good, I have no cash, how to invest in? So if you have no cash and if you want money, okay, pay attention to this. How do you invest? Before we start this, you need to know how to make more with small capital by using the power of leveraging, by using the concept of leveraging. Okay, let me give you an idea of it. So to begin investment, your mindset and your end goal is very essential. All right. And for example, a 200K properties, okay, after 5 years later, it will appreciate to become 350K. And now you have a 200,000 cash on you. Would you cash buy? If you would cash buy, you type yes. If not, you type no. Let me have a look. Now this property definitely make money. Also now it's 200K, and then now it will appreciate. No. Okay, so many savvy, so many good investor inside here in this room. Very 高手. Okay, true. So what the rich will do, they will diversify. They will use 200K to buy 4 properties, and then the remaining 150K, they will have borrow loan, right? And then from there, each property now, they're not only making 150K, 4 property, they're making 600K using the 200K. This is the power of leveraging. Okay. And if you get to choose, if you get to choose, okay, would you want your investment to take profit now or take profit later? Okay, you type 1 or 2. Would you like to take profit now or profit later? Yeah, majority by any human being, like normally we want to take profit now. So let me share with you, how do you invest property, okay, with no money down? How do you take the profit now and with cash? Okay, it's true about you. Oh, how do we do that? So now developer is desperate, man. Okay, they have remaining unit near to VP. That's where we go in and negotiate, take down 20, take down 25, take down 30 units in all one go. Okay, and then the same thing in the SPA, we borrow 90%, 40K. Then, but the real brand price, we press down the price of the developer with 20% discount, 25% discount, 30% discount, or maybe even 32% discount. And then we get at 400K. That's where you instant bam, instant your cash, your profit on hand right now. Okay. And 2021, as I say, cashback is not a new concept, but 2021 might be the best time for cash out property. The reason is because the interest rate is 19 years historical low. Okay, 2021 is 20 years historical low. Yeah, have never been so low. I have one client, okay, one investors who get the interest rate from public bank is only 2.8%. So if you compare apple to apple, you cash out 140K from property and 140K from personal loan, the interest rate will be almost double for personal loan, or sometimes triple if your profile is not good. 10 years, 2 to 6 compared to housing loan, only 35. And after you pay up 140K of personal loan, what do you get as an asset? None. Oh, sorry. Got one thing, okay? You will get a settlement letter from the bank to state that, oh, thank you so much, Mr. Chan. Thank you so much, Edmund, for clearing your one. You're good, such a good paymaster. Now I want to borrow you more. Would you like to take? Compared to that, now every month you're paying to your property, and property can rent out. That's where you only getting 600 ringgit per month for the same amount of cash out, right? So this is when we talk about cash out, a lot of you might have at the back of your mind might have this question: investor cash out, what are your greatest concern? Most 90% of the people, or maybe 95% of the people, cash out have this concern: what if I couldn't pay? Correct? right? So before that, let me point out wrong usage of cash out. Cash out is not free money, okay? Cash out is money borrowed from the bank, okay? So it's not for you to go to the nicest beach holiday with your wife, or no, you're buying the latest car to show off, or you go to the Genting to one go and then hopefully it will double in ROI, okay? High risk, also high return, but also very high risk, yeah? So it's not for you to do that. So let me teach you let me share with you how do we give you an exit plan for you to sustain your cash out projects. Okay, let's say the property is 600K with loan of 540K, and through UPG, our company, we press the developer at 400K net price you buy. So at just calculate like 3.2% interest rate. So every month is 2,100, right? So you must know something we call the 70-30 rules. What is 70-30 rules? 70 every month when you pay 2,100, 70% actually goes to the bank interest first in the first few years, and 30% goes to your main capitals. So as long as your rental able to cover your interest, the 600 is actually you paying as a saving. Is as though it's like a saving. When you sell in the future, it will also accumulate and comes back to your pocket. So as long as you fulfill this, it's investment. If your rental fetch less than that, that is not a good investment. That's how you determine. And for UPG, we propose to our investor to add value in their property, and we will assist them in doing that also. Okay, how? By doing Airbnb, by renting per day, short-term rent, and also room partition, room rental, renting room by rooms. Okay, let's say long-term, for the same project, long-term rental is 1,500, but when you do short-term rentals, let's say 150 per day, and for 20 days, it's 3,000. Or room partition, if let's say from 2 rooms to 4 rooms, that's where each room is rented out, you will get more than a bank installment. Okay, this is the real case study that we have did for our investor. This is the one where we used 30K renovations fees, because we do have our bulk deal with the we have another branch we do the renovation. So for 2 rooms, we renovated it to become 4 rooms. Before you rent it out as a unit, you get 1.6 to 1.9K maximum. But after we partition into 4 rooms, we're able to fetch room rental of total 3,000. All right. So this is the one very simple way. We partition it, and then we draw a line. Simple furnishing, add on some lights here, yeah, to make sure the corridor is bright enough. And yeah, this is how it looks. We have a template for that. So this is another case where we use 35K renovations, 3 rooms to become 5 rooms. So before it was 1.8K to 2K, and then now room rentals to 3.2K. That's how we upgrade, added the values onto it. And these more pictures of it. Okay, so in UPG, I would like to introduce you we are not a property agency. So what we do, we propose to our clients our investment plan that we personally use ourselves. We call it the Blue Sea strategies. What is Blue Sea? People do not do, we do. So we don't do rental, we don't do sub-sale. What we do is below market value property that will make you money. So the purpose is like, for once, if let's say you don't have cash on hand, so you can throughout bulk deal, you do cash out. Let's say one deal 140K, we can do the same one. Maximum we do it in 2 units. Okay, I'm sure some of you know some property gurus go all the way asking you 5, 6, 7 units as maximum as you can go. No, you don't over gearing yourself. And even then now, the bank does not allow so many. It's already been historical, but still 2 units can be done. So once you cash out, okay, immediately after 3 months, immediately from the months onward, you do tenancy agreement for 3 months. That's how you reduce your DSR, and then you can get into auction property. Because auction property, you need a down payment. And where the down payment comes from? It comes from the cash out project from bulk deal. And that's where your money for renovation added value. If you want to sell, rent, if you sell, you can upgrade, which is going back to the same cycle. So this is the one we will guide you from A to Z, how do you proceed on that. And for the project, and let's highlight some of the milestone of our UPG, where this is some of the previous bulk deal that we do. And if you notice, the developer that we're working on are mostly big developers and listed developers, especially Mitra Jaya. one of the project that we do with Mitra Jaya, the developer of the Mitra Jaya is a very rich guy where he does not let people bulk deal his project. We are the first company who do that. So Mitra Jaya, this project in Puchong is the whole piece of land, all of them done in a very low density luxury bungalow condo. Okay, bungalow but in condo, so bungalow in the sky lah. So each of them only 6 level to 7 level. All of them are duplex. Minimum one unit is 2,004 unit. Maximum is 3,000 plus square feet. Okay, so we bulk deal 18 units of them and we get 30% rebate from the price. And this is another project that we did in Seri Kembangan. It's called One South. It's a mixed development, and so as you can see, this project here is the most luxurious project in the whole development. Is Zeta. So opposite there is a upcoming LRT station as well. So when we bulk 17 units, also we get 30% discount from that. Not only that, our UPG company, we compensate 1 year of GRR as well. So there's an added value to our investors. And another project, this is for in Johor. Okay, some of you who doesn't know, doesn't matter. So okay, as you see, this Johor opposite is Singapore. Okay, this project SKS Pavilion is the one we bulk deal on. And if you go to the proposed walks to the proposed RTS where the station can connect to Singapore, is only less than 500 meters walk. Okay, and if you walk to CIQ, it's around 10 minutes. It's 600 meters to CIQ, which is the custom before you go to Singapore. And for this project, this is the one. Behind is where the signature highest tower in Johor, Astaka. Okay, and even the Sultan of Johor owns a penthouse in Astaka, and our project is just right in front of it. And we bought 25 units. The deals that we get was 20%. And then fully furnished, fully furnished for the investor, and then 18 months of GRR with every month 4,000 extra income, you know. It means after you count the bank installments, still got extra income. So what is the good thing about bulk deal is that you do not have to pay progressive interest. Let's say the whole project is 1,000 units. Now we only bulk 25 units, meaning to say you are the first 25 units who get at this price. If 4 years, 3 years, 4 years, 5 years down the road, you want to exit the market, you would easily exit the market compared to 975 owners, right? Okay, and then at the end, we want to end today section with one of the deal sharing that we have on hand. As I told you, now it's the right market. We went into the developer, we get to slash a good property. That's where we want to have a deal sharing with all of you here to attend it, 115 of you. That the coming projects that we have on hand, we already started. Even, let me give a hint. We bought you 40 units of these projects. Before we launch it to market, 10 units is booked by our own consultants. Okay, 10 units, you have not seen so hot, like, because of the deal is attractive. Let me share with you. This project is mixed development. It's only 3-minute walks to a shopping mall, 5 minutes walk to KTM station, okay, and 4 education center within 4 km. Low entry with high cashback and low density as well. So let me unveil the curtains where the location. What is this project? Okay, this project is called the Estetica Residence. The location is just opposite of the Mines shopping mall. The Mines, once, as you know, is by the Capital Land, a Singapore developer. Inside, eat, shopping, shop, buying things, all have that. And the Mines too, as you know, is purchased over by the Top Glove. Okay, it will be converted into hotels. It will convert into ballrooms. I will let you know what is the reasons he's doing that. And for Estetica, if you walk to the KTM station just now, it's just behind, within 5 minutes walk. And as you can see, if you notice the Mine, there is a golf resort club here. Golf are designated for the rich, for the wealthy one to go. It's a rich man's sport. So that means that there will be a lot of rich, hidden rich people who are staying here. And as you can see, this is the whole map of it. It's only 5 minutes and it's very near to KTM. Inside, opposite, there is a lot of eating place in the mall. Okay, this is the deals on 2018, where Tan Sri Dr. Lim Wee Chai, the owner of Top Glove, they developed their top holiday hotel and top happiness grand ballroom. The reason, and then they say the occupancy rate is near to 80%. Okay, it's because it's near to Tasik Bandar Selatan. Okay, reason, okay, as you can see here, the KTM station is called KTM Sedang. If you walk over to this station, it's 5 minutes. And the next station is Bandar Tasik Selatan, where the south people, and also the people living the east of Malaysia, when they want to come to the west Malaysia, that's where they have to come. So when they stay here, in the end, when you want to rent out your property, it will be those people who are working here and those people who go to the Mine Convention Center to attend all those events. But of course, now it's MCO, you do not see this kind of events over. But once this all pandemic is over, where you will get your ready tenant ready there. Okay, this is the project photos. It's already completed. Okay, it's gonna be VP on March. Okay, and just to let you know, the project that we usually due on very fast, within 1 to 2 months, we finish the project and we move on to the next project. And we're not a property agency that we took a lot of projects, not so finished, return to them. No, each of them, we need to put our commitment fee to make sure we seal the deal, to make sure that we could get good rebate from the developer. So is reviewing the key on March. So if you want to enter, it's only until as soon as possible. Better to be end this week or maybe early of February. As you can see, the workmanship is perfect. It's excellent. It's instead the most luxurious condo in the whole Seri Kembangan. If you go to Seri Kembangan and drive to the Mines Mall, you will notice that there is not much high rise. So those people, but there are a lot of but beside that, there's a lot of factories where have a lot of owners, and you go inside a bit more, that's where Balakong is C180. If those people who stay in London, for their kids, they want to buy their condos because the younger generation like to have facilities, swimming pool, gym, and stuff like that. Okay, and as you can see from this very nice picture, on the 26th floor is their facility. They have 2 levels, 2 floor of facilities. 26th floor is the facilities, 8th floor is the facilities. 26th floor, they use double story to do this open space. It's because if you look back at the map of it, on the left and the right of this project, there is actually 2 lakes. So when you are sitting here on the 26th floor, that's where you can enjoy the view. Okay, it's a very nice. I remember the time we went up, was fantastic. Okay, this is the facility on 26th floor. It's a barbecue pit. There's some sofa, you can chill there and read there and stuff, right? This is a swimming pool. Okay, and before VP, we shouldn't people go in, but they will let us a leeway to view in and have a pic. Or that's where we took some pictures and videos. As you see, there's a lot of facilities there and perfectly done. And on the 8th floor, there is total of 25 facilities. Very nice projects. And the floor plans, the amazing thing that I want to highlight to you on the floor plan is the whole, each floor, there's total of only 10 units. Okay, and each of the unit are actually semi-D in the sky. Why? Because there is not congestion. There is a space at the side, and there is total of 4 lifts. 4 lifts, if you see in the middle, sharing by the 10 owners, mean averagely 2.5 owner 1 lift. So you do not have to wait like 5-10 minutes for your lift to come up and down, right? And our owner Jason is very considerate because they took the smallest unit. If you ask any of your agents friends who do in the property, usually when they launch a project, the one who sell finish first are the smaller project because it's most suitable for investment. It's easiest to rent out. But not only that, when we propose you all this, we have already thought of exit plan for you guys. Okay, for 748 square feet. So for UPG project, okay, UPG package that we get, okay, that we get today is total of 36% rebate. It's the highest rebate project that you ever get. It's not because of COVID-19, it's not because of time like this, it's not because of difficult time like that, we will never get such deal, okay? And not because of the project is nearing to VP, okay? Means taking heat that we can never get to this kind of deal. So with total of 40 units, only 40 units we get at 36% rebate. So the SPA price is actually 620, okay? 2 rooms, 2 bath, and rebate of 223K. So the net price you're buying for this luxury project is less than 400K. And the same thing, you loan based on the SPA price, you get to loan 558K, and the installment is only 2,200. So you get to cash out 160. You just compare to all the market, 36%. This rebate is amazing. It's out of the roof. It's over the roof. For a 600 something property, get to cash out 161K. It has never been. Our property has been here for 4 years. Yeah, 4 years. Okay, we have finally waited for such time like this, where we finally press the developer, not developer presses. Okay, many years ago, you heard of SP Setia launch a project. You heard of Eco World launch a project. People queue up to buy. But now, what you see, those kind of song, those kind of story has long be gone. Okay, now it's our buyer time to go in as a group to negotiate good deals. That's where we can win together, right? And not only that, okay, in the UBG, we also free all the SPA legal, free loan legal, and UBG itself will give 3 air cons and 2 water heater. Is a saving cost for you guys, and free 2 car parks. Yeah, usually like 748 square feet, free 2 car park. You know, I don't know, but car park in KL is kind of like limited. I have friends staying in a condo and people rent the car park from want to rent car park, but no more, because originally one family, everyone have each of their car. 5 people staying in a 3-bedroom, total 5 car, right? So it's a very essential. So they're given 2 free car park. And so applying the 730 rules, as long as you rent out 1,005, so you are at gain. So let me compare with you, yeah. This project is newly repeat. Beside, there is this old building that is 13 years old called the Heritage. This project is the first condo in Sri Kembangan. Okay, I look into iProperty, Property Guru, for the same square feet is not renting lesser than 1,005, not lesser than 1,003. Okay, and for the so nice facilities, newer some more, not only you would grab those exiting tenant in this project to your unit, new project, because people like new, but also if you just rent back, let's say just definitely you're able to fetch a price up. And the exit plan that we propose you here is total of 2. How to exit the market? For one, we will help propose you on whichever you like. Okay. For one is that we can do room partition, where 2 room, 2 bedrooms, we can partition it to 4 rooms. Each of the room you rent out at this price as stated. Of course, the one with the attached toilet rent the highest, and the second one will be the 1 bedroom. And then the partition number 1 is the living room, because it's near to the window as natural sunlight, and the one near to the door you rent the cheapest. Usually this is the strategy for you to rent out all 4 rooms. Okay, and then let's say you cash out 160K. Okay, 50K you put aside for your renovation cost and also your MOT stamping after 2 years. So you also have a free money of 110K. And when you do this strategy of room partition, accumulative you have 2,600, which is enough to pay your bank loan, including your management fee. That's been, okay, this cashback, it's the money. Okay, if this 110 cashback, every month you roll it to get 2,000, 3,000, 4,000 per month, that is your passive income, right? This is how you invest. It's not buying property, waiting for it to appreciate. Now it's a different ball game. Okay, and as usual, this is the room partition that we have done for our previous investor who trusted on us. As you can see, the same template. Okay, and then some of you say, don't want room partition. Okay, exit plan number 2, it was simple. Same thing, same calculation. You're going to reserve some fund for you to do, okay, let's say just use back the same 50K. You're going to buy nicer furniture, and then no room partition, nicer furniture, and then stamping. So let's say you pay the bank installment 2,200, and then renting the same price as the Heritage, okay, the 13 years old building next door. You just don't rent more, same lah. Okay, and then you 700, I mean like negative 700 plus the management fee of 215 ringgit per month. That's a total of 915 ringgit you need to pay. And then with your cash out, you can withstand 10 years. People say that property will appreciate every 10 years. I say bullshit. I just make it, okay, maybe just 60%, right? 60% of 600 something K, you are making 600K, you're making 300 plus K, okay? And some of this project, this location, we are not choose in those Semenye, Nilai or whatever. Those projects we choose in the KL Selangor area where they have matured amenity nearby easily transport police station, universities, and stuff like that. So, in a nutshell, is this: you do not want to waste this crisis because it doesn't come often. Every decade, it comes once. And the last, it was in 2008. It's only from 2020 to 2021 to 2023. So we are in the middle of it, near to the middle, we are in 2021. So if you plan to invest this year, or those of you who are ready to get into the market, don't waste this chance, because it's only in 2021 you will get not only 0% down payment, get in a good location, high cashback, high rental, easy cashback, and also ease of exiting, because we get our price cheaper than any owners that purchase from the developer. This is the Blue Sea strategy. This is the win-win game plan. So never buy those that you like, buy those that you make profit. Okay, so before closing on that, I'll let you know also UBG company mission. Our mission is to help investors to create a hassle-free property investment journey. Okay, you have the job, you have your career, you have the business, you have your staff to manage on. Do that, continue to do that. Know that there's a company, UBG, help you to go through all these things and lead our investor to avoid all the pitfalls that we encounter, that we know of, and find back that confident in property investment. Okay, so for bonus today is this. Okay, you just have to give your IC. If you're interested in the project, ask more of your consultant who brought you here. Call them, bring them up. Just give them only for today. If you give them your IC copy, we will help you to do a free assessment of your credit report. Not only printed at you for free, but we will provide you a consultation on how can you improve on if your secrets has a problem. If no, if you're interested, you can just submit loan for it. Okay, and I'll end this. The only bad investment, okay, is the one that you should and have but didn't. Okay, as time is here, as the platform is here, as the peoples are here, all these three elements are in place. And yet, if you think that this year is the way to go, then believe in yourself, go all the way. So that's all from me today. Thank you so much for giving your time. Okay, and now I pass it back to Iris. Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you so much, Vincent, for your exciting sharing. So I hope every one of you enjoyed the talk and you have benefited from the sharing. Remember the two trends of a property investment for current market. So make good use of it. Utilize the facilities and tools so we can grow our wealth. Okay, thank you everyone for coming to this talk tonight. Remember, if I think you guys already have some ideas in your mind, so grab the chance and grab the time to contact your consultant right after this talk, and then so that your consultant can proceed to analyze for you, and you can check CTOS immediately. Okay, so thank you everyone. Remember to contact your consultant. Have a good night. So we will end here. Okay, good night, everyone. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Thank you.
Iris, thank you.
Thank you.
Pleasure seeing you.
I wish I could pretend I didn't need you, but every touch is your love. It's your love. Oh, I should be running. Oh, you keep me coming for you. Out in Miami, I was up for summer and sweet you feet off me before I even knew her name. La la la. It felt like a la la la. Yeah, no. Sapphire moonlight, we danced for hours in the sun, tequila sunrise. Her body feel right in my hands. La, la, la. Feel like oh la la la, yeah. I love it when you go missing. Out it down. I wish I could pretend I didn't need you, but every touch is wrong. It's wrong. Oh, I should be running. Oh, you know I love it when you call me, say, out it down. I wish it wasn't so dumb, to it down. But every touch is real love. It's real love. Ooh, I should be running. Ooh, you can be coming for you. I cannot hold it. You do some things that matter. Should you say we just friends? Those friends don't know the way you taste like mine. Cause it knows me a long time coming, just let me fall. Who when you listen, dress me hooked on your tongue. Ooh, all of you kisses that